It's official. We're doing too many giveaways. Happy Hobby, I'm David Gonnis, and if you're a sports car collector and you're working on a limited budget, that's what we do at this YouTube series. That's what we do at the Happy Hobby Sports Card newsletter, which you can find at gonnis.substack.com. Our Happy Hobby Sports Card podcast, my website, davidgonnis.com. Today, speaking of low budget, how about free? That's pretty good for a low budget. Today, we're giving away yet another thing. This time. So what happens is these people, they find out I have so many subscribers or whatever, and they'll say, hey, fat guy, would you do us a favor and talk about our product? And I say, hey, why don't you send me your product? I'll do a review, but send me an extra one, and I'll give it away to my YouTube subscribers. They said that's a great idea. So that's what we did. This is the Bivitre 5-card display. And it's one-touch, 5-card magnetic one-touch display. And this is the wood frame. Comes in black, comes in wood, comes in 3-card, comes in multiple variations. But the one we're reviewing is the wood one. Now, the video you're going to see after this is actually me doing the video for them that they asked for. They asked me to do a video for them that they could use. So it's probably going to go on Amazon, obviously something like that. So you might see it on there. But that's what the video you're about to see is. And then after that video, I'm going to tell you what you have to do to be eligible to win this display. It's like $40. It's pretty nice. It's a good deal, but it's also a nice giveaway. So check it out. And I got one myself. This is the one that I got sent to me free, and I got it in the black, and I put on a bunch of autograph cards, because autograph cards I don't like to get graded anymore, because if you get like an 8 on it, you're just mad. So I decided to just start putting my autograph cards in one-touch displays and displaying them this way. Pretty beautiful, right? So that's what I do. If you have other cards, maybe they're awesome cards, your personal collection, maybe it's a PC. Right here, I did this is a Bivitre 3-card, but it's a PSA display. So that's for PSA cards only. I did the Manning family. I got 3 different cards. Peyton, Eli, and Archie Manning. Archie Manning's autographs, and the other 2 are PSA 10s. I was like, that's a cool collection. I got to put that. I got to make that something special. Maybe that's what you do with this. I should say, the 5-card one-touch display. They're pretty cool. I think you'll like it. Watch the video, and then come back at the end, and you'll see what you have to do. Now, this is for the Bivitre 5-card display. Now, this is the brown frame. It comes in black also. We're going to talk about the brown one today. Now this is for 5 different cards, and it comes with the sheet to tell you how to assemble it, how to put it all together. But 5 different cards fit in here. Comes with the magnetic, the one-touch magnetic card holders. It's very important, so you don't have to supply your own. Those cost you money. So we're going to put this together. I'm going to do a video from the top over this so you can see how it goes together, what you should do, how you mount it, all that stuff. But I just wanted to mention these displays are awesome. I've used Bivitre displays before, and they're really nice. Using card displays in general is great because it keeps dust off your collection, but this is really cool. It's really nice, and it's clean. Your family appreciate it because instead of having cards everywhere, you're going to have these one-touches on the wall. It's going to look good, make your collection look really good. All right, so here we go. Now, as I mentioned, it has the instructions right here. You can read this. You can go through this. Very easy, very, simple steps, like a 7-step process. It looks like. One thing I want to mention is these are where the you're going to hang it from. You set those up so that they're pointing upward because they're going to hang onto the hook right there. This is if you wanted to do it vertically, which I'll show you that also. But that's if you have horizontal cards, which we'll talk about that in a second. But go ahead and take all these pointers and point them away from, so there's a slot in the frame right there. You want to point them away from the slot so that you can just pick this guy up and set him out here, and then you have the components inside. Now, the easiest way to do it really is just to lift it up and pick up the foam and push down the one touches. This is just so you can get to the, you're not going to do this every time, but these are because you're trying to get the film off of the plexiglass. So you take off the one-touch displays. By the way, these are UV coated one-touch displays, so the glass is UV coated also, so your cards are doubly protected, which is awesome. And then you get, this is the mat. You want to make sure you put the mat in before you put the foam. The mat is prettier than the foam. Then you take up this and see these black things. That means that the film is still on. So you just take your fingernail, makes an ugly sound. You want to make sure you don't, you try to only hold this by the edges, just like you would a card. Just hold it by the edges because you don't want to get a bunch of extra fingerprints on this sheet of plexiglass, or else it won't be clean anymore, right? So you just gotta be careful with that. Take those pieces off. Try to, if anything got on there, just kind of blow it off. Put that in. Put the mat in next. And then you put the foam in. And now you put the one-touch display, or one-touch cards in. So, a one-touch display, the reason it's called a one-touch display is because, or one-touch holder, magnetic holder, is because you're really only going to touch the card once. You pull it out of a pack and you put it immediately into one of these guys, and that's it. That's the only time you need to touch it. So you open it here from here, I'll show you again, from the top where the magnet is. There's a little ridge there. Just put your finger in there, pull it back, and it opens up. And then when you get to this has a inset. You can see it's got a little space right there. So when you get your card, you can put your card right in it. Now this fits 35 point cards, which are basically your standard trading cards. It also fits chrome cards, which are 35 points. So you're good there. Then you take the display, the one-touch holder, put the hinges in first, and then you'll hear it snap. And then this doesn't move at all, and it's in there good. So then you want to make sure you put all of your cards in the way you want, in other words, all vertically, the same direction, in other words, and push it down into the foam so that the foam holds onto it. Okay, so I put all the cards into the holders, and now I'm going to drop these into the display. So see, we'll show you these when we flip them around. But again, you want them all so at the top of them is facing the same direction. And then the last one you put over here, and the foam is nice and snug, which is what you want. Now, if you want to change them, all you're going to do is you push up from the front of the display, and then you can peel up the thing, and that'll pull up one of the one touches. So it's easy to swap out cards if you want to do. It's baseball season, you want to do all your baseball cards, and then football season, you want to do some cool football cards. So it's nice. And if you do trading cards, all different cards that size, this will fit. And then you push all the pointers in so it's nice and secure. And then you're all set. Now we have these, make sure that these are pointing the same direction vertically that you have your other cards, because you're going to hang from here. You don't want to hang from here if it's down here and then the cards are on the other side. So what I mean by that is have them up at the top so that your cards can all be facing the same way when you hang it like this, right? You're gonna hang it like that. So that's what it looks like. Isn't that beautiful? This is the brown version, which it basically is like wood grain. If you have wood grain cabinets or wood grain desk in your room, the brown is really the way to go. It looks beautiful with all other wood looking, wood type furnishings. And I'll show you in a second how to mount this, but I also want to show you what this looks like with cards that are horizontal landscape. Like these are all vertical. I want to show you with horizontal landscape what that looks like, because it's pretty awesome and you might want to try that also. Okay, so here's what I mean by a horizontal or landscape card. So you want to make sure you have them all facing the same way when you put them in. Like, in other words, you want that on whichever side you decide. You just want to make sure you put them all in facing the right way. And then, because the horizontal cards are awesome, but they are difficult to display because they're horizontal, and one touch is usually you get like that, so it's hard to display them properly. Then you put this in here, and again, you secure them the same way. Make sure the points go into the little, oh, see, I didn't do it right. That's all right, because we can fix that real quick. You just want to make sure that the points go into the little crease that's right there. Now you're going to hang it from here, and that's how the horizontal cards will look when it's displayed. That's pretty awesome, right? I like that a lot. All right, so we'll go and show you now how to hang it up and how easy it is. But remember, you're doing it from these points. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get some painter's tape here and put it behind these pieces. This will help you just nail it up once, and then you want to make sure these are pointing straight up. Then you take a pen or a pencil, whatever, make a little mark, and that's where you're going to nail. Then you take the tape off and you put that on the wall, and we'll show you that next. So once you have the tape up, you have the two marks right here. You can use the little level to make sure your tape is up there level, which I don't know if you can see from there, but it is. And then we'll level it again once we put the frame up. And then you can just pop two nails in. Now, the nails I use, I just got two small brad nails. Let's see, where is it? Brad nails. You can see a little head on it right there, because you want it to be able to catch the that little hook. So you just nail into where you mark at a little bit of an angle. You want that angle to be going up just a little bit. And then the second one, same thing. Put in just enough so you can feel it, but that it's not going to make the frame stick out. So then you put your fingers on the back, you bend these out just a little bit. See how those are bent out just a little bit? And they'll push back in. And the same with this one. Just bend it out a little bit. And you can feel the nails. There it is, secure. I mean, it was that fast. So it's pretty good, right? Looks pretty good up there. Then we do see the level. Put the level on the top. Plumb. They call that plumb. Perfectly level. So that's how you install the display. Now, I'll show you what it looks like when you do it vertically, when you go up and down. We'll just use one nail here. Now, obviously, by the way, when you install this, you take the tape off, but I want to leave it up there. Okay, so we put our horizontal slabs in. Now, to hang it vertical, you want to, again, pull that brad out, or pull that hanger out just a little bit so it can catch the nail. And you put your fingers back there and you can kind of guide it right onto it. There you go. Perfect. And let's see, we'll check that, see if that's level also. Plumb again, perfect. So it really is nice. It's a beautiful display, like it really does look cool. And obviously, again, you take this off before you nail them up there. All right, so what do you have to do to be eligible to win that guy right there, that display right there? First thing, you have to subscribe to this YouTube channel. That's the whole reason I'm doing the videos. That's the big deal. 2, you gotta like this video. Number 3, you have to comment on this video. And it's not just a comment like, hey, here's my comment first. No, I want to hear what cards you think you might put in your display. Well, tell me about that. And then 4, I want you to put the hashtag in your comment. Put hashtag happy hobby display. I want to see that in hashtag. Those 4 things, that's all you got to do. That's not too much. You can win a $40 card display there for your put on your wall, huh? Kind of cool. So make sure you do those 4 things, and we'll get one shipped out to you if you end up winning. Now the deadline is going to be June 30th. We have other giveaways, by the way, going on. So check out the YouTube channel because there are other giveaways going on. A lot of giveaways this year. That's a good thing. I'm happy about that. I'm proud of that, actually. So make sure you check out all the giveaways, and whatever you do, have a happy hobby.